1.
Hi, my name's Raymond Patrick. I am starting a new channel. I'm going to be doing news, conspiracies, but factual conspiracies. Nothing, stuff that has evidence. Stuff that's pretty much deniable. Um, also, you know, trending topics. Let's see. Some jokes, comedy type stuff, just to have fun. And trying to bring people together, rather than separating ourselves. Because I think it sucks, watching this country get separated, and it's upsetting. Luckily, here in Connecticut, um, this whole Black Lives Matter thing hasn't hit, and I've grown up. I grew up. I went to Watertown High School, and there was probably out of the 300 and I think it was 350 something kids in our school. Um, no, by the time I got there was 500 and something. That's right. They upgraded the year that I went. That I became a freshman. It was over 500. There was about maybe 15 people of color, um, and whether it be Dominican, African American, mulatto, um, and the ones that were in my age group, I was friends with. Um, so when I have conservative views and I say things about migration, which you're going to find out later that I totally support immigration, um, just doing it the right way. But these people out screaming fascist, anti-gay because we're Trump supporters, and it's bull. Um, you know, it just it pisses me off. Um, I was even talking to somebody online. I made a comment on a video, and you will find a lot of assholes on there. You can say something that's so simple and doesn't have any direct. It's not a directed comment. It's not particularly directed at any, and they'll start shouting at you like a freaking maniac. The keyboard social justice warriors. Um, and anyways, this person said, "Oh, you're a racist," and I typed back, "No, I'm not." And they said, "Yes, you are. You are You are made of hate and racism." And the person doesn't even know me. And then I said, "Oh yeah, that's why I hung around with basically the only you know black and Dominican kids and Puerto Ricans in my school. I mean, I had white friends also, but I'm just saying." And they're like, "See, that proves that you're a racist." And I'm baffled. Now I'm just stumped. And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I'm a racist because I hung around with black people?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm a racist because I treated my black friends as equally as my white friends. That makes me a fucking racist." It's so fucking stupid, and I'm so tired of it. People are so fucking stupid sometimes. So these are the things I want to bring together. All lives, do matter. In fact, I support Sam Childers. He's called the Machine Gun Preacher. I advise you look him up if you don't know anything about him. There's also a movie, great movie, especially because it's truth. Um, a guy went to, well, he's been there since '98, fighting a war against the rebels in Africa that enslave children, burn women alive, kill kids, and then recruit the ones they didn't kill, and make them soldiers for the rebel armies at young ages. So this guy goes out with a gun and fights against these men to save children. Now he's got 9 orphanages built, and since '98 he's been doing it. He's been, I think, capsized. What's it called? Is it called capsized? They're barricaded like 10 different times, surrounded. They set him up, and he found, and it's his extreme faith in God, which I have. Also, I'm Christian, but I also don't force my on anybody. They want some advice or what I believe, I'll tell them. But they have their own free will. But anyways, and he always managed to get his way out. So this guy donates everything he has. He spends all his time also, and puts his life at risk for black children and women. And I support this man the best that I can. And so the whole thing, all white people are racist. They need to pay for what happened with slavery. And I'm going to get into the whole thing in another video on the impact that white people had in ending slavery, and what America really did to stop slavery and where slavery originated, and the stuff that the news isn't going to tell you, that Sean King is not going to tell you. He probably doesn't even know himself. In fact, that the guy's white. But it doesn't matter because I would stand up for black people anyways. If there was six white men jumping a black man, I would stand in for the black man. If there was six black men jumping a white man, I would stand in for the white man. It has nothing to do with race. It just has to do with doing what's right. But these are the things my channel is going to be about. Supporting everybody. Um, you know, making sure that we don't confuse, let's see, a revolution with a civil war. Because we don't want war. We don't want the people fighting each other. We want the people to stand up and have a revolution against the government, to make the government smaller, to get back in place, and to purge the swamp, as Trump would say. Now, there's a reason why Trump is being attacked on every level by his own Republicans, by Democrats, by the elite like George Soros. It's because they didn't want him in there, because they don't want somebody to give the power back to the American people, whereas where it's belonged according to the Constitution, it's where it belongs. So again, these are things my video is going to be about, and I urge people to call me out on my bullshit. To make corrections, I will take them back. And I'm not thin-skinned. I deal with criticism, even making fun of me. I deal with it just fine. I'm coming through with who I am. I know who I am. And these people could go out and rant racist, fascist, anti-gay as much as they want. It's no more valid than the first time they said it. They get blue in the face. Doesn't mean shit unless they have facts to back it up. And as you'll notice, liberals, aren't too good with facts. Conservatives, the whole point of being conservative is going with what works, without discriminating or taking away anybody else's rights. Um, and again, I'm going to get into more of that stuff later in other videos. If you have things I'd like to speak about, please let me know, and please subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.